I was diagnosed with lupus in March 1998, but I got married in 96, and for the whole of 1997 I'd say I was suffering, just like all my joints basically. It affected my ability to walk, to do anything. It'd have like joints that would flare up, like my knee, for example. One knee would start hurting for some reason, I'd be limping, and then the next day it might be totally fine, as if nothing's happened, but then the other knee would start. It's like, what's going on? Or it might just be one shoulder, or maybe the other shoulder, or even like one of the bones in my finger that was just sore one day, but the next day it would be fine. So it was on and off all the time. But when it was really bad, you know, if both knees went at the same time, then obviously it's very difficult to walk. And with that there was a lot of pain. There was loads and loads of pain. So it was in muscles as well, you know, muscular pain as well as joint pain. So it was it's quite difficult. I remember having a lot of time off work because I literally couldn't get out of bed. So
it took, medication-wise, it took a while to figure it out.
Yeah, it took the doctors a while to diagnose me because I presented with rheumatism type symptoms, I suppose, or arthritic symptoms. So yeah, it took a while to diagnose it. There's no sort of one blood test for diagnose it. You've got to have, you know, tick of various boxes for them to put everything together and say, oh, it must be that. So that seemed to take a while for them to diagnose it. And then when they finally diagnosed it, I was, I remember having this appointment, and I think we were a bit late for the appointment, me and Stuart, and we saw a hospital wheelchair, so he was pushing me on that to the appointment. So we got there and saw a doctor I'd never seen before, and I was explaining to her the symptoms, and she sort of thought it might be lupus because of my age and various other factors, I think. So that's when I finally got told what it was, and just got a leaflet to read all about it. So then they started giving me high dose steroids as treatment for it. So I was on quite a high dose of steroid for, I don't know, it's probably 6 to 8 weeks, I would guess. But honestly, the high dose steroid, I think it was 30 milligrams a day for 6 or 8 weeks, and it changed my appearance. It was awful. I mean, hi Mo. The symptoms got easier, but my appearance went completely. It was awful. I felt like, I mean, back in the day there used to be something called a Cabbage Patch doll, which for those that might remember, it's just sort of like a fat doll. I don't know, but it's like everywhere swelled. So I got it was awful because I was high dose steroids for a long time. So my skin was like taut, very tight. My face sort of ballooned up, my neck, arms, everything just ballooned. And nothing I could do about it because obviously I needed them to stop the lupus from flaring up. So and then I remember being horrified for anyone to sort of see me after that because I looked so different to how I was before. Little did I know what was coming later, eh? Oh my gosh, why? So, was that all on that question?
Yeah.
Can I ask how old were you when you got diagnosed?
I'm working it out. Hold on. $29, I think.
And you mentioned before it took quite a while to get the diagnosis.
That's right.
Was that like weeks, months, years?
Years, because I'd be having little bits, like I say, when I'd feel one joint go and flare up and then it just disappear. And so I was having symptoms, but there was nothing you could really sort of take to a doctor because, you know, you'd have a sore shoulder one day and it wouldn't be there the next. So it's like very odd.
It's very easy to go, water looks back and it's fine. You know, you get injured, it goes.
Yeah. Or you just think you've knocked it or something. But yeah, it's...
Did you ever have any doctors kind of making you feel like you were making the symptoms up?
Not really, actually. Not really, but I was saying to them that it comes and goes. So they told me I had something called palindromic rheumatism, which is something that comes and goes. Which obviously didn't turn out to be that, but